Hello and welcome to Call to Action's first match in Schmoebate. I am Mac Daddy. I'm super psyched to be here for our first episode today, and we have some pretty awesome shit coming your way. So please watch, like this, subscribe to this, podcast because we really appreciate it and we love all the love. For sure. Okay, so for this debut match, I'm gonna be having one of my favorite people ever. We have Corey Quinto. He is going to be judging with me. I was like, Corey Hollywood Quinto, definitely a big deal in the fan leagues. Corey, how you doing today?
Pretty good. You know me as a guy that just saw make some very obscure comments on the last reaction page, but thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
I'm pretty excited for you to be on this with me. It's going to be a fun time. We haven't really done any kind of interaction with this when recording. So it's pretty awesome. Hey, we have some people in the chat commenting. We have two Ryans, and James is very confused. What's going on here?
Of course you are, James.
We have some Ryan Inception. That's what we have. What? It's not like I made some really bad puns. We have some Kelsey. We have Oscar. We have some pretty kick-ass people here. And so diving into some of our competitors, starting off with Ryan Payne. Aw, shit. Oh, my Lord. I'm sorry. Ultra Instinct. How you doing tonight?
How you doing, Alex? I'm pretty well. Honestly, wanted to have a good name going this. I kept cycling through so many. I actually forward one to Corey saying, "Oh, don't call me whatever I'm gonna put up on here." I mean, right now I'm Ultra Instinct. I was talking to every one of you, but the moment I get to debating, I'm Major Pain. So just to let that my opponent know. Yeah, my opponent knows I'm here to get down. I'm here to be serious. I mean, I can't form words right now, but trust me, when we get started, he'll see I'm all business.
Well, I'm excited to see what business is going to take place here today in this match. We have some awesome questions for you to answer, so let's see what's going to happen. All right, next we have another Ryan, known as the Quote. It's going to get touchy. It's going to get messy.
I knew this was going to happen.
So tell me, Ryan, thanks so much for coming on here today. I'm really psyched for you to be on here with us. Have you ever been in a debate like this before? I know you do stuff in the fan leagues and everything, but have you ever been inside a debate before on this kind of level?
I mean, not on this particular channel, but I have done debates in the past, like you said before, in the fan league. So this isn't really nothing new for me, but this ought to be exciting. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. Ready to electrify the thousands of people watching this online live and people who are staying up late with us. But you know what? It's going to be a lot of fun nonetheless. Let's get this thing rolling. I'm here to go.
In it to fucking win it. I can't wait. All right. So Major Pain and Ryan the Quote. Let's go ahead and get started. So before we kind of jumpstart into like letting you know the questions, we want to let you know the rules. Rules are important, I suppose, according to Ryan Ellis, like he's mentioned. Now, so just to kind of start off with it, this is heavily influenced by different movie style debates, such as Screen Junkies movie fights. And so we're going to start with 1 minute to do a pitch of your argument. During that time, the other competitor can obviously not, do any contradictions or anything. It's just kind of let you know what their answer is going to be and a general synopsis why they are giving that argument. Now, after that, we're going to do 5 minutes of debate, actual debate. They're interrupting each other. They're going at each other. They're struggling each other through the screen. Ah! And then after that, you do like a roundup follow-up that's for 1 more minute. And after that, we kind of let you, like Corey and I made the decision, which one had the better results, which one had a better argument for sure. And now just want to confirm, even though this is call to action, even though we are huge Ghai fans and, members of the family and everything, we're not going to bring our personal bias into this. Corey, traitor.
What?
You are not.
I have been called every name in the book, so good luck with that.
I can't believe it. He doesn't like the family. Whatever. Still crying on the inside. But we're not going to bring our personal biases and which competitors and we love and factions into this. So we're not going to make it personal. At least try not to. We'll see. Okay,
I probably won.
who do we want to go first? Major Payne or Ryan the Quote? Who do you guys want to go first?
Should we flip a coin or?
Yeah, we can definitely flip.
Or I got a better idea. I got a better idea.
Wait, I had my team action coin.
I had a better idea, but
Go ahead.
Okay, I got an idea. I am currently I'm using this board right here. I wrote down everything for the topics. I'm also going to write down here one number.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's close to this number will go first. So it's out 1 to 20. So Major Payne, pick one number from 1 to 20.
10.
Okay. Now the quote.
I'm gonna go with 14.
It is 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's 14, so we have a winner.
Who would have thunk? That's actually my lucky case if I were playing Deal or No Deal with my good friend Howie Mandel. There you go.
I met him actually. He's actually pretty cool.
And he's a great host.
Yep. All right. So, and I will have my trusty stopwatch right here just to monitor everything.
All right, fantastic. You're so prepared, Corey, and I dig it. Okay, so let's go. Let's get that timer ready to go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, actually, scratch that.
I was going to say, don't we want to tell the millions of viewers at
Oh.
home what the questions
All of
are?
our millions. It just occurred to me, like I have the questions and everything ready to go on my end. I just realized, yeah, I haven't actually told you guys what the first question is. It's a learning curve, guys. We're learning. You're learning. If we're not messing up, is it really call to action? We'll find out. Okay, so the first question today is, which Schmoedown character deserves to be a lead in a Marty Scorsese movie? Now, Ryan, the quote. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So for this, you want something that's going to put butts in the seats. You want something that's really going to drive people to the theater and really keep their eyes glued to their film screen in this case. So in this one, it's got to be The Godfather. It's got to be Drew McWeeny. It's got to be one of the best competitors in the world. One of the best, just overall. The guy knows his stuff. He has a vast amount of knowledge. He was born to be in a Martin Scorsese film. I mean, his nickname is The Godfather, for Pete's sake. So the guy knows gangster films. He knows how to work a way around a camera. He's been on camera. He's interviewed tens, if not hundreds, of celebrities in his career. He's been on film sets. He knows how film shoots work in general. So for him to be a lead in a Martin Scorsese picture is practically a no-brainer. That is why I chose Drew McWeeny to be the lead in this one. And now we can see the rest of my time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yep, you're done.
All right, solid argument. So your first choice was Drew McWeeny, and your real big points was, obviously the nickname is pretty on the nose, but he's comfortable being on camera in general, just interacting with a lot of celebrities, things like that, but also no stranger to being behind the scenes when it comes to movies. All right. Okay, now on to Major Payne.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, you can take all the qualities that my opponent has said about his choice, and you can lend it to my choice for the Schmoedown character. And I chose Jeff the In Snyder. Okay, this guy was a character the moment he started playing in the Schmoedown. This man, he has such intelligence when he plays in games. Also, the constant outfits he comes out to in every match to play, and he's also, just like Drew McWeeny, he's interviewed celebrities. He also has a lot of knowledge behind the scenes. And just as a character himself, Snyder can almost fit into any Scorsese picture. Either it could be Wolf of Wall Street, the Goodfellas, Casino, or even some of his odd ones like Age of Innocence or New York, or After Hours. Snyder just has such a great personality that you can see him put in any movie Scorsese does. And
10 seconds. Sorry.
And also, he has a personality that you can even take from an original script that Scorsese wrote or produced or even direct himself. He has a great personality and someone I can see leading in a movie that I actually want to buy money to see.
Time. All right, you got it. Sorry, I had to give that 10-second warning. Sorry.
No worries.
First show, we're still learning.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
All right, fantastic. So that was really, really solid. And what I kind of really took away from your argument, initial argument, Major Payne, was, with Jeff Snyder, not only is he just like a really great character in general when it comes to Schmoedown, he's intelligent, he's great with costumes and entrances, but also similar to McWeeny, he's no stranger to interacting with the public, interacting with celebrities as well, being involved in those movies kind of thing. But also, something you kind of mentioned as well is that, he's a character that's used to being a character and can be applied towards a lot of Scorsese movies. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that extra point there. All right. And we have 5 minutes on the clock to see how it goes. I'll let you know if needed. I will be kind of giving you a little surprise questions here or there just to see how you guys react and what you might add to the argument as well, just as a little surprise, little nugget. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. 5 minutes now.
Well, the problem with Snyder is that I don't really see a character with him at all. Whether he's on Schmoedown or not Schmoedown, all I see is Snyder just being himself. He's a bit snobbish. He's a bit arrogant. He comes off as a bit of an elitist when it comes to certain things, whether it be about movies or certain genres of movies. Like, the guy doesn't even really respect comic book films. And with Martin Scorsese, granted, Martin Scorsese's been shooting his mouth off about that lately, but Drew McWeeny would never go that far. He would be respectful.
That's the reason why I put Snyder. I would see Snyder in a Scorsese movie, not because of his opinions towards comic book movies, but because of the things you listed him off as. He's a bit snobbish. He has an elitist attitude. I can see him plopped in a Goodfellas movie where he plays one of the mobsters who's a made man and like to belittle Joe Pesci. I can see him thrown into hell. I can see him in as Robert De Niro's character in Cape Fear. That guy who you do not want to be around. That guy who can give you a very creepy factor to him. And also, if you see someone like Jeff Snyder pop out from under your car, like out underneath someone's car, do you really want to talk to that guy? Do you even want to look at that guy? No. McWeeny, look, other than the name of the Godfather, other than most like his statue or so, in interviews or at least outside of Schmoedown, he is a very warm personality. And that's ain't a knock against him. But if it comes down to a Scorsese movie, McWeeny needs to really know how to turn on the intensity factor. He needs to turn on the seriousness, as you see when he constantly collaborates with Leonardo DiCaprio and with Daniel Day-Lewis, even with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro. You need somebody who is going to keep you invested in the movie.
All right. Well, let me stop you right there, okay? Right there.
I stopped myself.
No, hold on a second. Now let me
pause that. I think you're Kalinowski in the corner.
One of the biggest things in a movie that you need in especially a gangster film, and one of the best things about the person who's playing the main character in this Scorsese film, this case being McWeeny, you need the intimidation factor. You need someone to walk into a room and command every single element that's in that room, whether it be a person or anything else going on in that room. McWeeny the guy is, 7 feet. He must be 7 to 8 feet tall. The guy is intimidating as all get out. He can order people around. People will follow his orders. He can strike fear into everybody's eyes. Snyder just walks around as a comic relief in a gangster film. That doesn't really do much. Pesci, fine. He could be a Pesci walk-on. But McWeeny is going to drive the film. He's going to intimidate. He's going to command. He's going to grab your attention. He will never let it go. Snyder can come in with 3 one-liners and walk out, and no one's going to think of him about 5 seconds. This movie's going to be forgotten in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, already forgotten. With McWeeny, you're not going to forget him at all. The guy is a beast. He knows his shit. He can get shit done a lot quicker and a lot faster and a lot stronger than anything that Snyder can do in his entire career, much less a week if he were shooting on a film set. That's why McWeeny is the perfect choice for this situation with Scorsese. He knows it much better than Snyder. Snyder is just,
I like
man.
that you were really
he can be annoying at
the
times.
crime capers that Scorsese is mostly known for. With Snyder, he may be that one guy who throws in like a nice joke or so, and then you might think nothing of him. But
Pause. Corey, where are we on the time?
We are at 1 minute and 33 seconds.
Okay. Ready to go. I want you to paint the picture for me real quickly what his huge pivotal scene will look like. Go.
You spoke about Joe Pesci for a second. Let's talk about that scene in Goodfellas where they're like, why am I funny? What makes me so funny? Jeff Snyder, he'd be at that table sitting with, let's say he's sitting on the table with Kalinowski, Roca, McWeenie, and Sam Levine, and he's just spitting out jokes. And then all of a sudden, Roka says, "You're funny," and this guy goes, "What do you mean I'm funny? Is it something about me? It's just the way I look." I mean, he could just, and then he'll just get right up in your face, like, "Come on, tell me, what's so funny about me? Do you think there's something funny about me? Is it just
Ryan,
like,
do you have anything?
Comedy is not going to make it all the way through the movie. You can't just.
I'm not
so much
talking
levity.
about comedy, man. It's the change in demeanor of his tone, the way he tries to get on your
You
personal
can't just have
space.
that much levity. You got to have more than that. You got to have the drama. You have to have the comedy. You need to have maybe a hint of romance in there or whatever.
Ryan?
30
What
seconds.
like? We
What's
need
that,
to know what
Alex?
the scene looks like. Oh, we need to know what the scene looks like.
Okay, all right. The scene I got from McWeenie is this. It's coming towards the end of the film. He thinks, the person who's going up against him, he thinks he's got it locked. The jig is up. He's going to put McWeenie, his character is behind bars, right? Hell no. Why? Because McWeenie is holding the cop's family hostage. He's got guns pointed at their head. The cop has two choices. Either he can bow down and give up his investigation, or he can try to go after McWeenie. Is he going to get to him in time?
Time's up.
Hell no. McWeenie calls the
And
shots.
you're
He has
out.
total control.
You're done?
I heard time.
Time, out, done.
But don't worry,
Okay.
he got the picture.
Oh shit.
Well, I think even with the cut, I think I got the picture of McWeenie's scene. I got it. I think I got the picture.
Well, say before we kind of go into that a little bit, how did that feel? How do you guys feel about that?
Damn, that was some big fighting words, boy.
Yeah, we have some people in the chat really kind of going off. Okay, so Garth, for example, is saying, "I love Snyder, but Godfather, he'd be Fredo." So that's a pretty.
Scorsese didn't direct Godfather.
So I'm not gonna lie, Garth. That's a pretty solid suggestion. We have some Christian Jacobs. He actually what's going on here?
Yes,
Oh,
nice to be
please.
clear. Yes, please. Yes.
Hell
yes.
no.
No,
Yeah,
yes,
you know what?
yes.
If we had a
No.
There's only one
Tuesday
Superman. His name is Henry
absolutely.
fucking Cavill, man.
We can discuss that on another night. Absolutely.
It's only Henry
But
Cavill.
yeah. Okay, so AJ says, I often agree with you regarding the Snyder comment, and Garther, but I often agree with you, but I've never agreed with you more than that statement. So some people think that you're both wrong. We'll see about that. Okay, so Ryan, what specifically I kind of heard from you.
Wait, which Ryan?
Yeah, which one?
Ryan.
Ryan, the quote. I think of you like when I see you, I think of like Major Payne. I don't think of Ryan. I'm trying to like.
No worries.
Ryan, specifically, what I heard from you with McQueen is that you definitely painted a really good picture in terms of what his pivotal scene will look like. Guns blazing, holding out. Painted a picture very similar to, scenes that I feel like I would be familiar with Marty Scorsese's movie with The Godfather, obviously, or The Goodfellas. So very typical, very traditional, old school Scorsese for sure. But also you kind of mentioned he would be more of a dramatic, fulfilling character. He wouldn't be like a casual walk-on character as well, specifically. Now, to kind of go against that, Major Payne specifically, he kind of talks about how Snyder, his character is kind of a dick, and that's fine, but also a lot of characters within the Scorsese world are dicks, let's be honest. And so you can apply it towards more than just a few, like his gangster movies. You can apply it towards Wolf of Wall Street. You can apply it towards The Departed, well, which is a gangster movie, but you know what I mean. So you can apply it towards a lot of movies. So it's a little more variety there for sure. But also McQueenie does have the intimidation factor, obviously, which is very common with a lot of Scorsese's movies. He's probably much more familiar with that kind of character. Also, is a kind of specifically the scene that you talk about, Ryan, is a little bit different. You kind of mentioned how his final scene specifically, it would be very similar to Pesci's character in The Goodfellas, where it's like his character analysis really would come down to, I feel like, why do you think I'm funny? Whatever it may be. What's wrong with me? What's funny?
Am I a clown? Do I amuse you?
Why do I amuse you? Am I a clown? But I can easily picture Snyder in that character situation, and similar to Ryan, the big difference is that I've seen that character before with Pesci. It wasn't a new scene that I've not seen before. That's a weird sentence. And Ryan, I have not seen your that kind of scene that you talk about with Queenie before. So, based on this first argument, I'm first personally going with Ryan.
Which one? Oh,
The quote. I felt like personally he had a better arguments for painting the scene for his scene, painting the picture for his scene. But also he talked about like a much more has a bigger character as well. Corey, what do you think?
I was actually gravitating more to Major Payne because I do feel, because for the most part, I do feel that Snyder, when you really look at the big picture, Snyder is really a character that does belong in a Scorsese film. I actually, as the only person on this chat, and for the record, also as the only person here that has actually seen The Irishman, which by the way, it's great, people. I actually also could also throw. Can I also throw a suggestion and say Snyder also reminds me a little bit of Sebastian's character from The Irishman too. I also want to throw that out too. But I got more of an understanding with Payne's argument more because I think the way how I look at it, which character, I'm also describing the character more, and I feel like I picture Snyder more as really when you look at a Scorsese character come to light. McQueenie, I really didn't get a sense of that with the argument because really the point is when you look at everything McQueenie is, it's the say what you want about him right now, but you cannot at the end of the day. He's the polar opposite of really what a Scorsese character would be. Like they're not painted in the best light.
Yes. Well, I mean that's a pretty solid argument for sure. It's it's either one of them. I think we should let our audience decide. Since we're kind of 1-1. Everyone,
we should have had a third judge.
Should win. Who do you think should win this round? Let us know right now. Right fucking now.
You just flip a coin. No, I'm kidding.
Let's get a third judge in here next time.
I was going to say, to quote Curtin Schmoebate star, there's no good choice here.
I do think both of them are really great choices. Like, if I were to argue, I would argue Snyder more. Personally. However, I do think Ryan's argument, the quote was better. Okay. So,
all right, 20,000 people sitting in the chat. Give us your votes.
Oh, we do have some. We have so far. We have most people going towards Kelsey. I vote the quote.
There you go.
Okay. A vote for the quote would look good on lawn signs.
Oh man!
You guys want
some love?
Have any of you seen a Scorsese movie in life, guys?
Apparently, no.
We have. It's just
Seriously?
in the comments. That's all.
Okay, so it seems, guys, that we have a winner for this first round, and that is the quote. So good job, Ryan.
Also,
Ryan,
don't wait for Netflix. Go see The Irishman now.
It's not everywhere in theaters. I'm in St. Louis.
It's gonna be
No one wants to drive
Exactly.
4 hours just to see one movie in a theater. Sorry.
I would have to look up independent theaters in my area to find it.
You do have a fan.
Wait, what?
Thank you.
Ultra. Oh, right.
I think he doesn't fit. Not
AJ with some hot takes. All right.
Not enough Marty. Oh.
Honestly,
hot takes
I think the picture that the quote of Queen belongs more of a Coppola film than a Scorsese film when you think about it.
They're still roped in the same
you know what? That
genre.
wasn't discussed during the thing. It's already done now. That's the first argument. We have to move on to our second argument. And as of now, the quote has more votes. So moving on to our second question. So congratulations, Ryan, the first one. Moving on to the second one. The question is, you need 3 Schmoedown characters to pull up a heist. Which players do you recruit? Okay, and you're going to get a few seconds just to kind of collect your thoughts and everything.
Should we go to Payne first because the quote went first last time? Is that how we should do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll start the clock in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, but at least for my heist, depending on a certain heist you want to pull off, I decided to pick with characters who I would see not only would blend into a crowd, but also people that you may least suspect when it comes to like a lineup of criminals. And so for my 3 Schmoedown characters, I chose Josh McCouga, Lon Harris, and Grace Hancock. Now with Grace, it could be, you can easily put her into like the pretty woman stereotype, like the assist, but I would put her somewhere more of a femme fatale / brains of the operation, the one who's actually strategically putting everything together. Lon Harris, he would be our inside guy. He would be the guy we would probably put into like our plant inside the bank, who would have all of the areas scouted out, and no matter where else. And Makuga, like myself, he would kind of be a cross between the muscle or driver getaway guy. The guy who you would most likely see as a wild card, but ultimately the way he moves and his attitude, the way he comes across, he's quick, he's on his feet, he's quick thinking, so he knows how to. I need more time on this, but that's fine.
Save it for the argument. Save it for the argument. Major pain. All right. And moving on to Ryan, the quote.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Well, the heist movie, I want this to be a successful heist. I want him to pull off a really big job, walk away with lots of money. So who do you hire to do that? Well, there's only 3 names you can toss into this because it's about truth and destiny. And you enter Kalinowski, you get Chance Ellison, and you get Ken Knapsack. Why? Because corruption is the best of the world. That's just my opinion. But anyway, the business at hand. Kalinowski is the George Clooney character. Chance Ellison is the Matt Damon character. He's very, very smart, but he can throw in some one-liners here and there. And Ken Knapsack is the man in charge of surveillance, making sure our guys can get in and get out successfully, watching the monitors in the pretty-looking red van with corruption written all over it. And he's going to be cracking the jokes. He's going to be cracking the one-liners. He's going to be entertaining the millions and millions of fans around the world with his humor and his sense of how he looks at the world, whether it be through a restaurant or a gas station rest stop, what have you. He's going to get the people rolling and laughing in their seats. Kalinowski and Chance Ellison are going to pull this off magnificently. They can distract people. They can pull it off easily.
All right. I'm surprised you didn't say he's the Brad Pitt who just eats a lot.
I don't know what that means. What?
No, because Brad Pitt eats a lot.
It's a reference to Ocean's 11 because during behind the scenes, Brad Pitt always had some food on it. He always had food on hand almost in every scene.
And you mentioned George Clooney, Matt Damon, and I was like, "Where's Brad Pitt?"
Yeah, that's what he means.
It's called going in a different direction.
My beer. Who's drinking, by the way? Is anyone drinking with me?
No.
Okay.
It's way past happy hour where I am.
Tasty beer.
All right.
All right. Okay, so we're excited to see a Major Payne hit with Makuga, Grace, and Lon Harris. And we have the quote going with the corruption team with Knapsack, KO, Kalinowski, and Chance Ellison. Let's hit it. So we are going to be starting.
3, 2, 1, go.
Look, the reason I picked for my heist, like any heist can go off successfully depending on how well you use your characters. Josh would work well because he, just like Ken, he is a fast talker, and also at the same time he can entertain people. But he would not be the distracting point. That's why I have Lon as my plant inside wherever. Either there's a bank, a diamond exchange, a freaking 7-Eleven. He's that guy that in order to maybe freak out, be the person who panics. But ultimately inside, he's making sure nobody is trying to reach for silent alarms. Nobody's trying to be a hero because guess what? Even though he is our plant, we're also going to use him as our hostage to make sure nobody does anything heroic. With your guys, I mean, Mike, he looks to me kind of like Owen Wilson in Shanghai Noon. He's just a pretty bro. He's just there for the fun, okay? I mean, Mike, he might be so. He might. No. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't picture paint him as John Hamm from Baby Driver, though. I mean, that you didn't do that. It's kind of saying like you would put all your cards on
Ken. I'm here for it.
I can't say that because I have yet to see that little indie film called Baby Driver. But that's not the point here. The point is this. You want a successful heist. You want things to really go well. And whatever distractions may come their way or whatever obstacles may come their way, Kalinowski, Ellison, and Knapsack can do it way better than your team can. Josh Makuga gets scared at seeing a little itty-bitty dot on the floor that may look like a spider. He'd be like, ah! He would run out the door. He would just run for the hills and never come back. So there goes one member of your crew.
Well, you're talking about someone who's always dumpy? There's always somebody like that on a heist. And guess what? Yeah, because they're kind of paranoid, they can either pull out someone who's pulling a gun or they can find
Makuga wouldn't do very well. They can see right through him. Sassy Stacey Howard, on the other hand, yeah, she can do some stuff. She could be fine, but she needs a team. The team
who's
you have
Stacey?
surrounding
I'm talking
her.
about Grace. Grace here. Why are you
Grace,
getting my women
excuse me, sorry.
confused here?
Grace
Okay.
Hancock. All right, Grace Hancock
is
can do
perfect.
it.
Grace can whip
No, I'm
Josh
sorry.
into shape just like she did with Mike, Ken, and Chance, your team. That's why I picked Grace. She's the woman who will make sure everyone knows their job. She will strategize the heist and look out for backups. And at the same time, she will charm somebody on the
Yes,
job.
but that person is only as strong as the team around her, and the team you have around her is Makuga, who gets scared at little things, and also Lon Harris. Lon Harris bores people to death, and cops or authorities in the casino, wherever you're trying to rob, they would see right through him that he's trying to be a distraction and get people to listen to his boring film lectures that nobody cares to hear because he's so bloody boring. Kalinowski, Ellison, Knapsack, they're assigned something, they put the plans in motion, and they get it done.
Hey, specifically, pause. Can you pause it real quick for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the little injection fun question for today is,
Okay.
what would they be stealing? These sound like two very different heists, and that would be what they're kind of going for. It needs to reflect that. Are they stealing some diamonds, a piece of art? Are they stealing a person? I want to know. Go.
And
well, in this case, they're going to steal the gold from Fort Knox because everybody thinks it's impenetrable. Not for Team KO and Corruption, because they can get it done better than anyone can, and they can do it a hell of a lot better than Goldfinger tried to do back in 1964 with Sean Connery kicking his ass.
Goldfinger was trying to tell them he was trying to radioactively poison the gold supply so that the gold he owns is much more valuable. That, in a way, he's not stealing anything, but he is pulling off a heist in the sense that he is making sure that gold is untouchable and you got to buy from me. Now, for my guys, I decided to do something where they're stealing personal valuables from a safety deposit box in a bank. I see so your eyes to that.
That's so lame.
Not.
That kind of heist has been done on TV series and movies for years.
There is more security on safety deposit boxes, and depending on who actually runs the bank or owns the bank, you don't think a manager would actually have something of their own? Watch Inside Man, okay? Watch that movie with Denzel.
Oh, I saw that movie. And it was fine, but it's no, Oscar winner or anything like other movies.
I'm not talking about Oscar winners. I'm talking about pulling off a heist. I'm not talking about getting rich. I'm talking about pulling off a heist to where not only do you have the inside track of the bank, the safe deposit box, you also are aware of security. You're also very alert to reaction times from cops. Just in case an employee wants to get raised and hit a silent alarm, guess what? We know exactly how fast the cops are going to get there. So that's why we can use our plant Lon Harris to all of a sudden act as if he pulled the alarm. And you want to talk about him being boring, talking his head off? That's exactly. He's there to distract you. He's there to make sure that you're looking at him. You want to see?
Yes, but he would bore the audiences that are watching this movie trying to be entertained. They would be bored out of their minds and be falling asleep.
Which Lon Harris are you talking about? I'm not talking about the intellectual Lon Harris. I'm talking about the Lon Harris who can be able to change himself from a regular person to an intellectual. Okay?
Even so, it's boring. Kalinowski and Ellison and Ken Knapsack, they would do it in style and they would do it with flair and pizzazz, whereas your team is just
they will go down in a hail of gunfire if they're going to do it in style.
Mine can bring money. Mine can make ratings. Mine can bring butts in the seats, and they would potentially even win awards for the performances because Kalinowski, Ellison, and Knapsack were born to be in a heist film like this.
They end up going down the hill of gunfire. They either turn on each other, they're trying to be flaring, they just die by cops.
Oh, they would not.
Wow, that was if that was the appetizer. If what we had earlier was the appetizer, then wow, that's my main course right there.
I see what you did there. All right.
Oh, and by the way, Cameron Holzman just called and said you are a complete disappointment, Ryan Permison.
Oh, please.
Highly
doubt that, but all right.
Regardless, okay, so that was intense. Okay, Corey, what was your big takeaways? Starting with Ryan the quote. What was your big takeaways?
Honestly, as far as the quote goes, I actually got more of in this run, I got more of an understanding about his argument. Like I do, honestly, you look at Ken, you look at Chance, and you look at Mike. Honestly, whether it's look, attitude, and style and ease, honestly, I can picture them pulling off a heist. Fort Knox, I mean, that's a lot, but we can start a little small, but we can get there. But aside from that, I honestly feel like he gave a bigger argument of why they can pull off a heist, whereas Ryan, Payne, I didn't really get a sense of that. Like the thing that also threw me off, I think I think it was Permerson that said it best about one of them, Makuga. Like, he gets scared easily, and a lot of a heist involves pulling off dangerous stunts. This guy cried. Sorry,
Personal stuff aside.
I'm sorry.
Just saying. Personal stuff aside.
Sorry, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, you want somebody that's not fearless, and you want somebody who's fearless and is going to get the job done. And honestly, I can see the Corruption Boys pulling it off more.
This was a fun time. That's what it was. I actually, we are going at each other as well. We're debating as well, Corey, because I am going Major Pain.
Yeah, we need a third judge.
Major Pain, because reading through this, I say Major Pain because, what was mentioned is that KO is talking about explosions. We're talking about these big deals and everything. And I think that sounds pretty awesome. However, he mentioned that it's a heist movie. There is no mention in this conversation in the question that it was supposed to be a heist movie. It's supposed to be, it was just meant to be a heist of what we don't know. But something I thought was pretty interesting is that, you do have very similar characters in terms of having an inside guy, the brains, the driver, getaway person. You have someone that does a quick quips and everything and all that good stuff. But honestly, versus the quote, he kind of really mentions, the Corruption's really born to be an excellent heist movie. They're going over after Fort Knox. They have these explosions and guns and everything. That sounds fantastic. But again, it's a movie and it doesn't feel real to me. However, I could eat and it feels like almost like a Fast and the Furious movie. Versus Major Pain, I really he talks about they takes the bad with the good. Makuga, he gets scared a lot, but he's also an excellent distractor. Same with Harris. He's meticulous, is very numbers focused as well, being the professor. And Grace, she's really great at strategizing, and, she's very much a charmer as well. But it felt a lot more real to me. I could easily picture it as a very clear heist personally. So that's why I thought Major Pain definitely took my vote today.
Got to go to the chat again.
Let's go to the chat, folks.
Dude, we're gonna be here all night, man.
Hey, quote, at least one thing for sure is that at least we're putting one hell of a fight up here.
All right, so
we are. The ratings are skyrocketing. We're gonna get great buy rates on this paper.
Oh wait, who's getting the point for this one?
We're going to know. You guys, everyone in the chat. We know we have a handful of you guys that are in the chat. We would love for you guys to avoid right fucking now, please.
Handful? I thought we had like 20,000, but all right.
Oh yeah, obviously.
What happened to the millions?
I know.
The only reason I say start small because it takes a while to get to Fort Knox.
I got Dwayne Johnson energy in me, Pain. I can't help it.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson, Young Bucks, and
we're gonna start. We're gonna give it a good minute. I see a handful of you guys. James, I haven't seen you vote. I
think he fell asleep.
I haven't seen Christian.
Oh no, we're both on the same time. We're both on the same time zone.
Or Danny vote? What the flippity fuck? AJ, where's your vote? I want to know where your fucking vote is. All right. So just going to start off. We're going to start off with some of them. Okay. Kelsey says corruption is a well-oiled machine.
Oh.
Quote. Oh my God.
Truth and destiny.
Okay, Garth. Also, sorry, Major. My vote.
Garth.
Wow.
I knew this would be a tough battle going against Corruption.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but to say, quote, easy.
Oh, Christian's got corruption as his wallpaper. I love it.
His wallpaper.
Kevin Marino.
He does give Ultra a vote.
Okay.
There you go. He's got some love in the chat.
I mean, at least we're throwing it out to people. At least they're telling us what they.
James says, quote on this: Ryan's is too imbalanced and isn't built. Curl is balanced and works well together. Okay.
It's what we expected from number one fan.
Find you, James. I will find you.
James Spence, my man.
Why do you still have him on your crew, by the way?
That takes the cake. I'm gonna say Ryan, the quote, just won our first Schmoebate.
Yeah,
congratulations.
What is happening?
You won both questions. So congratulations, you won your first one. Major Pain, Ryan the quote. Oh my gosh, that was fantastic. So thank you so much. That was really dope. Specifically, I know you guys have a history of being on these debates before. What was your favorite part of, answering some of these, like putting together the answers for these questions.
Payne,
So
you
weird,
go first,
so.
man. I'll give you the mic. Go ahead.
Truth to be honest, is when it comes to debates, I mean, no matter what question you're giving, I've said this in many debates I've been a part of, either it's in Battleground or I'm doing something on games or TV shows. You can research as much information as you can. The problem is that within the amount of time you're given, you have to finally select what point you want to talk about or what point you want to emphasize it. But once you go back and forth with your opponent, it's pretty clear that you're not going to get to talk about, this 10th fun fact that you found about, let's say if we were talking about heist. Oh, I had this huge final shootout going on between Grace, Law, and Josh, and then corruption, I couldn't get to that point. It's just pretty much, you just got to stay focused in here. You got to make sure that you keep hitting your beats, sometimes try to change it up. It's pretty much a dance here, and pretty clear. The quote and I have both of you guys switched on both of us each question. I kind of felt what we needed more. I mean, I'm gonna heal it up right here. I feel like we needed more voices out in the crowd. I mean, seriously, family and corruption fans.
You know what?
I know coming in here to call to action, I was gonna be in an uphill battle. I knew I would be in an uphill battle, but that does not change the fact that I'm trying to debate here. No, I'm not gonna keep going. I'm not going any further.
Wait. You're also the Caramel Mountain.
Yes, that's right. No, okay. I'm not. Hey, make you think. I'm not crying. I'm not giving up any tears. Okay, this is to everybody out there. If you want to come out here with your down votes on me because you can't believe the fact that Josh McCuca can be a getaway driver, you can't believe that Law and Grace can pull off a heist, you can't see Jeff Snyder as someone in a Scorsese movie. I'm pretty sure you guys have not only seen maybe at least 5 in your whole lifetimes. 5 movies, and I'm going to count anything outside of crime thrillers, okay? Have you seen any of his outsides, like After Hours, Age of Innocence, New York, any of them 10 documentaries he's been a part of? That's right, Scorsese does more than crime movies out there, you guys. Look it up. Go on IMDb. Get on your Amazon. Heck, look at a VHS video store and see what you can get from Scorsese, and then tell me that Snyder does not fit there.
Oh my gosh. You know what? He is clearly.
Oh no. If it makes him feel any better, I did vote for him. Oh, he's back.
Willikers. I was like, wait a minute.
Back. I just needed to vent. Okay? And I do feel you, Corey. I appreciate your vote. I just needed to vent.
Okay.
I'm talking about Snyder.
That was me. Whatever. I don't want to vote for you anymore anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not a popularity contest.
All right, well, but but that was fantastic. I mean, both you guys made some amazing arguments today. And you know what? I mean, since we're so split on it, I think we need to have a rematch sometime. Like, that needs to happen. It does.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But to give you just a real quick peek behind the curtain here, I've had a lot of losses in whatever league matches I've been in lately, and it's been rough. It's been really rough. I'm not gonna lie, but to have a victory here and Ultra Ryan Payne, great job, man. You brought it. You brought the heat. You brought the passion. You brought the energy. You brought the electricity to all the millions of people watching this at home, and I appreciate that. We need more of that in this business. But I'm telling you, if there is a rematch somewhere down the line, that'd be great. I'm down for it. If the powers that be want to put us back in the ring again and duke it out, that's fine. But it's been rough lately with losing all these matches, but this is great to have a win. So just thank you for having me on. This was a lot of fun. Normally, I'm not very good at these debates. I do try my best, but then again, I'm not the greatest because, little peek behind the curtain, I was retired in Movie Battleground because I lost so much. But coming into this ring, in this arena, on this set with you fine people, puts a little pep in my step. It gives me a little bit extra energy to make it through the next week, if not year or day and morning, whatever. So thanks to everybody watching live in the chat. Thanks for all your votes. Corruption is the best in the world. Hashtag Mikey 3 Belts. Hashtag the family. Hashtag
Get out of here.
Wait, is that still a thing?
No.
Is that shit making
Oh,
three
it's
belts
gonna
still a thing?
happen.
Three
It's
belts
gonna
is
happen.
over.
That's been
It's
dead
done.
since
Done.
Orlando.
2020, he's gonna have
You
3
want to know
belts.
what's future?
Hashtag Mikey's
I
3
can
belts.
tell you
It's
my
coming.
Hold on.
future.
That's
He's
been
going
dead
to
since
lose the
Orlando.
Interkingdom belt tomorrow. He'll
It's
beat
coming.
Smith, but he's going to lose tomorrow next year. All
In
right?
the words of my grandma,
I don't know what I feel about.
in the wise words of my grandma, fuck that guy.
But I'm still on. Hey, I'm still on the family side between
Oh.
those two. I'm still on Andrew Ghai's side between him and
Better,
Bateman.
although
So
you would not
there
be
you go.
invited on this episode. Okay.
No,
Oh,
I'm still on
sorry,
Team Ghai.
I'm not
Before,
a fan.
before we wrap it up, guys, thank you so much for being on this, our debut match of Schmoebates. Here where we do Schmoebates on all things, discuss all things Schmoedown and ask the really weird questions that really make Schmoedown interesting for everyone. Major Payne, where can we find you in the future?
Well, if you guys do want to look for more debates, I mean, you can check TMD Entertainment. I have done some debates in Movie Battleground, late TV fights, Game Zone, nerd fights. Actually, if you guys go on there, I recently just did a late TV fights and a choke slam debate, which is mainly talking about wrestling in general. So if you guys are fans of wrestling like myself and the quote are, then go check that out. Check that channel out, because trust me, you guys will love the questions there. You're going to love the personalities there. And believe me, the judges are just as like hard-nosed and very critical as the ones here. So trust me when I tell you, nobody skates off without taking one or two bumps.
You know what? It's, that's all part of the growing process, the learning process. That's what makes you that much more of an efficient competitor. And I can't wait to see a much better, I guess, arguments in the future. Next time you come on, I'll be super psyched. And Ryan, the quote, our winner today, specifically, where can we find you?
Yes, once again, thank you very much for having me on, and congrats, Ryan Payne. You did a great job, man. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Make sure you check out my podcast where I review movies of the past as well as the present. It's on Anchor, it's on Google, it's on Apple Podcasts. It's called The Nerdcast. Check out my episodes there. I just dropped not one, not two, but three new episodes on the Anchor podcasting app. Make sure you're following our YouTube channel on YouTube at Nerd Culture. Following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at It's Nerd Culture. New videos are coming your way very, very soon. Make sure to follow me there. And I may make appearances here and there on the fan leagues and whatnot. And my goal is to become a champion in 2020. So that's my New Year's resolution. Once again, thanks for having me on, and watch movies.
All day, every day. And Corey,
What?
my player in the fan leagues. Holy fucking shit. It's been awesome having you as a guest judge today with me. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks. I really hope to come back. I really hope to come back more often. This was a lot of fun.
I think it was just really fun seeing people like really just duke it out for our pleasure. Let's be honest. That's what this was. We were just like getting really excited for sure. And where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Corey Quinto. I have a Facebook page called Corey's Quick Reviews where I review the new movies every week, usually 2 a week. This is the perks of having an AMC pass on my phone. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. You can also find me in the active competitor in the fan leagues, Full Metal. It's pretty soon going for the Full Metal Classic Championship. Wish me luck. And actually, tomorrow, at the time of this release, I actually have you can find me Movie Wars Zone coming up on Multiplex Entertainment. I got a match coming up against Mark Aiden Kamari, and this lady right here. Yes, I was gonna say this lady right here. The two of us, we got a maniac to crush coming up. So Mark,
I have a trivia match with him in the future.
Mark, get ready because tomorrow, you and I, buddy, I want Doman. If I win, I was told I get Doman, and I am destined to make sure that happens. So you and I, you're in my way to get Doman and one step closer to Jeremy Adams. And I'm coming for you again, Dom. I don't usually get cocky, but I just want to get. I'm driven, and I'm ready.
He was like, you did just win the horror exhibition match over Halloween, so congratulations there.
Thank you very much.
I'm biased, obviously, being your manager, but it's been a fun fucking time. Okay, so I'm Mac Daddy of the Call to Action podcast, and you can find us in a whole bunch of places. We have our Call to Action fan page on Facebook. Definitely check that out. Like and subscribe to it. But also like and subscribe to this video. We don't have enough subscribers. We have a lot of people that watch this that aren't subscribers. What the flippity fuck is going on? We need to fix that right now. Like right fucking now. Like do it right now. Like right now. Just wait. It's a bit. Just like direction. Like bing. Right down there. Like below Ryan the quote. Bam, bam, over there. So please definitely check that out. But also you can find me on Twitter. I run the Call to Action Twitter page. Well, whatever it is. And I do a lot of stuff on there. So please do check it out and follow us there. We'd really appreciate it because if you're interacting with them, you're interacting with me. And I'll kick your ass if necessary. And anyway, thank you so much for being on our debut match. To everyone, Corey, Ryan, this has been awesome as fuck. And buy shirts if you can. Thank you, Garth, for the little reminder. We have some C2A merchandise coming up and it's on sale. So definitely please take advantage. But thank you again. And we'll see you soon on our next Schmoebate next week. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. And we are out. We're going out.